Hi everybody, how's it going? Welcome back to Lamplight City. We are in the bar, the Silent Raven, and we're going to try and figure out some of these other places. We've got lots of leads to look into, lots of places to visit. We have got the police station, we've got the Crimson Cat, and we've got the Opium Den. Now, I'm thinking, I did say we were going to go to the Opium Den, I think. But actually, let's go to the police station first and see if we can do anything there. Then we'll go to the Opium Den and then I guess the Crimson Cat. So, police station. Upton is here. Maybe we talk to Upton and see if there's anything...
beginning to wonder when you'd show up.
...useful we can talk to her about.
Well, wonder no longer. I'm here and I need to see Dr. Edwards.
Oh, I see how it is. He helped you solve a case and now you don't have time for us lowly front desk clerks.
That's just the way it goes, Upton. Maybe next time you should pick a nicer coffee house.
Right. You know the way. Snelling isn't in today, so you're all clear.
Good.
Well, that's a relief. Thanks, Upton.
We don't like Snelling. All right, let's go through then and speak to Dr. Edwards again. He helped us last time. He's going to help us this time. Not sure how, but there we go. Okay, we are back in here. Doesn't look like there's actually anything new that I can see. So let's speak to him.
I hope I'm not interrupting anything, Edwards.
Ah, Fordham. Always a pleasure.
Have you got time for some questions?
Of course.
Excellent. Let's ask about Ronan. No, you know what? Let's ask about himself first.
How's the coroner business?
Things have been pretty dead around here lately.
Ha!
Don't quit your day
Brilliant.
job, Edwards.
A good dad joke. Right, Ronan
So
Lespay.
what can you tell me about Ronan Lespay?
Caucasian male, approximately 27 years old. Died of blood loss as a result of being shot at close range.
That matches the
He
gun
was
then.
brought in 4 nights ago. I performed the post-mortem the following day. After that, his next of kin was contacted. I believe his sister came to identify the body.
So we
Any
knew that,
personal
right?
opinions on what might have happened?
Well, the fact he was shot at such a close range would suggest it was done by someone he knew. And
Ah.
robbery doesn't appear to be a motive, since his wallet was found on the body with money in it. Beyond that, your guess is as good as mine.
Better, I hope.
Post-mortem. So, seems to be someone he knew, and also it wasn't a robbery.
Did the post-mortem reveal anything?
Quite a few things, actually. Mr. Lespay was extremely inebriated when the shooting took place. There
Right.
was enough alcohol in his blood to presume he had been drinking for hours before his death. I also managed to remove the bullet from his heart. It's a .36 caliber lead ball, standard revolver shot. It shouldn't be too hard to match to a weapon, provided you can find it.
We've got one. We have got one. So we've got a clue there. Let's ask about the clothes.
Did you notice anything unusual about the clothes Mr. Lespay was wearing?
Unusual? Not really. They seemed a bit big for him, but that's all.
His sister seemed convinced that they didn't belong to him.
That's a distinct possibility, but I couldn't say for sure. He could have just been a sloppy dresser.
True. Let's ask about the pistol
I
then.
found this pistol at the scene of the Lespay crime. Did you take a look and see if it was used to murder him?
It's all slimy. Where was it?
Sitting at the bottom of a storm drain.
Oh, I suppose that's not as exciting as finding it inside someone's intestines.
Nicer
Did I ever
though.
tell you about that post-mortem, by the way?
No.
No, I certainly don't want to hear about it now. How long will it take you to analyze that pistol?
I should have something conclusive within the hour, if you don't mind waiting.
No, it'll give me some time to gather my thoughts.
Okay, so... Oh,
Right, I've concluded my analysis,
That
and
was
this gun
quick.
was definitely used to shoot Mr. Lespay. The bullet
right.
I removed from his body is a perfect match.
Thank you, Edwards. That is extremely helpful.
There's one more thing. I cleaned off some of the muck and found the initials JB etched into the handle.
Ooh.
Interesting.
My expertise with guns is purely forensic, so I can't determine if this is the gun's maker or the initials of its owner. That's going to have to be your job.
Okay.
Thank you, Edwards. Help is always appreciated.
Well, JB is going to be very key. And that also matches potentially Jimbo?
What are your thoughts on the election?
There was an election?
I think our friend Edwards needs to get out a bit more.
Yeah, I
I'll be
think
going
so.
now, Edwards.
Take care, Fordham. And remember, not everyone gets to leave the morgue alive, so consider yourself lucky that you can.
So potentially Jimbo could be involved. Maybe it was Jimbo. It would certainly back up someone that he knew. Let's have a look. Do we know anybody else? No suspects. I mean, it could also be, like you said, the initials of the manufacturer. So we did get a clue there. The post-mortem results. Okay, so that was worth doing. So we've got our murder weapon and potentially a lead to track down who it belonged to. Let's go to the Opium Den next, I guess, and see if we can find anything out there. And then we'll head to the Crimson Cat. Okay, Opium Den. We're here. Advertisements.
I wonder how many layers of advertisements you'd have to cut through before getting to the wall.
Who knows? What's this? Coal, I think, probably, I'm guessing. Can we look at that? We can. What is that? Is that a little door?
Crisparkle Lane. Nothing crisp or sparkly about it.
Very good, Bill. Okay, let's look at the sign.
Can't make heads or tails of it, but I'll bet you 10 crowns it doesn't say welcome.
Okay, well, should we do this? Let's do this. Opium Den. Could this be dangerous? Maybe.
Yes? What do you want?
I'm looking for a man named Darius. I'm interested in riding the dragon. That was... Yeah, I reckon we go for this one. That sounds like a police thing, right? I'm looking for a man named Darius. So let's do the... I'm interested in riding the dragon.
I was told this was the place to come if I wanted to ride the dragon.
Ah. Well, why didn't you say so?
Nice.
Please, come in.
Okay. I don't know if there was a way of doing that wrong, but... Ooh, check this place out. This looks great.
Poor horse. That fellow in the armor must have weighed a ton.
Alright, there's a design. Den owner.
They're really dedicated to their theme in here, aren't they?
Definitely.
Fancy. At least they provide their clients with some measure of privacy.
True. So we've got the den owner. There's the screen pipe.
Now I see why they call it riding the dragon.
Oh, that's Darius there. Okay.
Now I see why they call it riding the dragon.
Fine. Can we...
She's
we
not
can't...
going to be much help right now. That's not to bother her.
So we can't talk to her. Fair enough. So, looks like we can only talk to Darius then.
Excuse me, I'm looking for a man by the name of Darius.
Well, look no further. Welcome, friend. Sit. Join me.
I'll stand, if that's all right. I was wondering if I could ask you a few questions.
Questions are the path to enlightenment. Answers fly by as birds on the breeze. But will a caged bird sing? That is the true question.
Wonderful. He's as high as a kite. This is going to be worse than pulling teeth.
Yeah, he doesn't seem very lucid, does he? Okay. Should we start with himself? That always seems like a polite way to start a conversation, right?
Do you often come to this establishment, Darius?
Oh, yes. This place is better than any doctor or hospital. It has exactly the cure I need.
Cure? For what?
I'm ill, sir. Just as you are. Just as we all are. Infected by a terrible disease known as life.
Speak for yourself.
Spend a few hours in here with the intoxicating nectar of the poppy, and you'll find nothing can defeat you.
Okay, well. Let's ask about Ronan.
Are you familiar with a man named Ronan Lespay?
I know many men. Some old, some young, some rich, some poor.
Oh, good. Riddles.
Some I know by name, some by face. But this man you speak of, this Ronan, he is unfamiliar to me.
I have a ferrotype. Do you recognize him?
Forgive me, but my eyes are blurry. I cannot make out his features.
Well, he's useless, isn't he?
Not-
Too bad there's no way to snap him out of it, like there was with Dupre's kid.
I don't know if... whether I'm trusting him or not. Let's ask about the Silent Raven, because we know he was there.
What can you tell me about the Silent Raven?
Ah, the Raven. My home away from home.
I would have thought that was this place. Unless this one is just the home.
Do you have many friends there? People you speak with often?
Yes, friends. I call them friends anyway, but really, what is a friend?
Philosophical
Someone
now.
who drinks with you? Someone who shares secrets with you? Are those friends? My father used to tell me that the only two friends you had were your mother and the crown in your pocket. Well, both of those are gone now. So what does that mean for me?
I don't know, sir. I'm just asking about people you speak to at the Raven.
The barmaid, Nicole, she gets mad at me sometimes when I break things. But she's all right.
All right. Murder, Singing Tom, the election, strange man. Let's ask about. Let's ask about Singing Tom.
Have you ever conversed with a patron called Singing Tom?
Singing Tom. You mean old Tom Puffin?
I'm not sure. I was just told he was called Singing Tom and was a regular at the Silent Raven.
That's the man. I see him in here all the time.
Ah.
In here, not just at the Raven?
Tom is a child of the poppy, just as I am. He truly understands the world as it is.
Do you know where I might be able to find him?
Yes, he's the choir master at St. Denis Cathedral. That's where he spends his time when he's not here.
Nice.
You mean to tell me we have to talk to another one of these loonies? Wonderful.
It's a bit of a coincidence they both go to the same places. Let's ask about the strange man.
I was wondering if you could tell me whether you saw a certain man at the Raven on election night. He's tall, of strong build, with a beard or mutton chops, dressing all in black and possibly wearing a cap.
Lots of people like that go to the Raven. I see loads of them every night. But now that you mention it, I do remember someone
Aha.
like that. He was a strange one.
How so?
I remember one of the times he came in, he was adjusting his hat. I could have sworn when he took it off for just a moment, his hair was bright red.
Bright red hair.
How is that strange, exactly?
Because his beard was jet black.
Huh.
It was the oddest thing I'd seen. Well, it was the oddest thing I'd seen. Until his beard slid halfway down his face.
Ooh.
I see. Well, thank you for the information.
Wonderful. This testimony is about as useful as a hole in the head.
A
Then
fake.
again, there might be something to it.
A fake beard. That's gotta be key, right? Let's ask about the murder.
Do you know anything about the murder outside the Silent Raven on election night?
Murder? Was it a murder?
It was. A man was shot in cold blood.
That would explain the commotion, as well as the sound.
So you heard the gunshot?
I did. I thought it might have been one of the voting machines making the noise. But then there were shouts, and people began to run.
Did you see or hear anything before you heard the gunshot?
I seem to remember hearing a man shouting a name.
A name?
Yes. It sounded like Priscilla.
Priscilla.
Well, how about that? He's managed to be of some use after all. Assuming he's telling the truth, of course.
And does the name Priscilla mean anything to you?
Afraid not, young man.
Another clue. Wow, we're getting clues left, right, and centre here. All right, let's end the
Goodbye, sir.
conversation.
Goodbye, young man. May you find peace and happiness.
Thank you. So I think we got... Did we get a new location there? Let's look in the casebook. Darius's testimony. Someone shouted the name Priscilla. We also know that more about the strange man. It's a tall man of large build, like a boxer or dock worker. Had a beard or mutton chops and was dressed in all black. But we know that the beard was fake, potentially. Wore a cap and had red hair and a scar the shape of a shepherd's crook. That is a pretty good description, right? Do we know anything about a Priscilla from any of these? No, it doesn't look like it. Okay, well, we can speak to Tom Puffin at the St. Denis Cathedral. We can find Jimbo at the Crimson Cat. We can do either one of those. So, what one should we go for first? Let's look at the map and decide from there, I guess. Anything nearby? We're here. So, I mean, we could go to the St. Denis Cathedral. Or we could go to the Crimson Cat. We did get the Crimson Cat one first. So, let's go to the cathedral, and we'll try and figure it out from here, shall we? So, let's have a look around this place. Prayer candles.
Prayer candles? People think lighting one of these is going to solve their problems. If only it were that easy. Also, what happens if they go out? Does that mean your prayer gets canceled? Shh. What? It's an important question.
It's not. Okay, there's lots of
The more I think
candles.
about it, the more I want to test my theory about prayers being cancelled if the candles go out.
Oh, we can. Looks like we can blow them out. Okay, well, let's not do that for now. There's a chest
This is
here.
one intriguing chest. If only we could search it without arousing any suspicions.
Right, okay. So maybe the
This
chest
angel
is
looks
key.
like it would throw its lamp at you as soon as you turned your back on it.
Anything else we can look at here? So we've got Tom Puffin, the pipe
A
organ.
racket. I'm glad you're not a member of this church. Sitting through Sunday Mass would drive me insane.
Right, so Tom Puffin, we've got this chest.
This is one intriguing chest. If only we could search it without arousing any
So
suspicion.
we've got to find a way of maybe doing of causing a distraction or something. So it doesn't look like we can get up here to do anything. But given that he's indicating this chest is key, perhaps it's important. I don't know. But actually, we're out of time, guys. So we'll try and figure that out in the next one, and then we'll talk to Tom Puffin as well, see if we can figure all this out. So as always, thank you very much for watching. A big thank you to my patrons: Arcades Games, Wayne, Nate, Terminally Nerdy, Paul from the Phantom Fellows, Lyle, Barry Aldridge, and Hobo for all the support on the channel. I really do appreciate it, and I'll see you next time.